Hi, Diane here, and today I'm going to talk about Saturn Night Fever, which is book 3 in the Sylvia Stryker Space Case mysteries. If you've been following along with Sylvia's adventures, you know that she is half Earthling and half Plunian, which basically means she's lavender. She trained her whole life to be a security guard, work in security, enforce the rules. But then when her dad got arrested for colluding with space pirates, she was outcast and she dropped out of school and went back to her planet to help her mom in the dry ice mines. So at that point, she kind of started teaching herself and she started questioning authority and really had to make her own life. And so this book gets into that a little bit. It starts out with her and she and Neptune are in training, and they discover a space pod comes in and lands near them, and it's someone she knows. And it turns out that he's been killed by space pirates, and they don't have to, but they decide to go to Saturn to try to save their friend Pika and to avenge Maddox's death. And the question in the book becomes, here Sylvia has been trained and taught and dreamed of working in security and enforcing the rules all of her life. But here's an actual real life situation for her where she has to confront those rules, break those rules if she wants to succeed. So how willing is she to go against everything she was taught in order to save her friend? And I think that's kind of a bigger question. I think that's something we all get to. We're taught things rules we have to follow. We're taught the way we're supposed to be in life. But, when someone we love or someone we care about is in trouble, you start to question that. Do you still follow the rules? Do you still do everything you were told? Or do you get to a point where you say, you know what? The rules are fine, but they don't apply here because I know I need to do something different to save my friend. And that's really where Sylvia is in this book. There's a lot of growth for her. There's a lot of personal questions. And there's also a lot of questions regarding her relationship with Neptune, because he has a whole past and history. And maybe his agenda in helping on this mission isn't quite what she thinks. And she also has to face a lot of questions about her dad, because that whole issue of him colluding with space pirates comes back up in this book. And she has to really come to terms with everything she thought she knew about his past and his arrest, and whether or not she believes that that's true or not. So a lot of things get wrapped up, things that started off in book 1 get wrapped up in this particular book. But I will say, I thought it was going to be a 3-book thing. I didn't know that there was going to be a book 4, but as I was finishing this book, certain things came up and certain things happened, and I thought, oh, well, that's not wrapped up completely. I mean, the story's wrapped up, but there's some new things that happen. And I thought, well, I guess that means there's going to be a book 4, because Sylvia now has a new project ahead of her, a new task she has to take on. And it's not really one she can ignore. It's kind of big at this point. So you can look forward to book 4 sometime in 2019. I have to come back down to Earth for a little while first, but that will be coming and I will be sure to let you know about it. But in the meantime, enjoy Saturn Night Fever, which just came out, and thank you for watching. That even though these are set in outer space, they're not filled with lots of space jargon. I kind of think they're probably about 3rd grade science level. But first, you'll notice there's an addition to my wall. My string art owl is up. So the wall is getting even kookier. That sounds really convoluted. Let's just stop this.